What do you get when you cross a dying nun, a demon-possessed boy, and a church that refuses to help? One of the most intense and emotionally devastating horror films to come out of South Korea in years. Dark Nuns, 2025, isn't just a sequel to The Priests. It expands the universe in ways we didn't expect, from secret demon spawns to forbidden rituals and an exorcism that defies every tradition. This film throws you deep into a world where women must fight the very forces hell is afraid of. But what really happened at the end? Is Sister Juniya truly gone? What's the meaning behind the demon's name? And how does this all connect to a much bigger battle involving 12 ancient evil spirits? Welcome back to your nerdy show. I'm your host, Spoiler Master. We're breaking down every twist, every vision, and every hidden message in the ending of Dark Nuns. So if you haven't watched the movie yet, consider this your official spoiler alert. Let's get into it. The tragic heroine, Sister Juniya's unholy battle. Let's start with the heart of the story. Sister Juniya, played by Song Hye-kyo. She's not your average nun. She's rebellious, she's brave, and she's dying from terminal uterine cancer. But despite her worsening condition, she's determined to exorcise a boy named Hee-jun, a non-believer who's been overtaken by something far beyond human understanding. What makes Juniya such a compelling protagonist is the way she exists in constant defiance of her surroundings. The church hierarchy dismisses her. Medical professionals refuse to believe her. Even her own body is betraying her, and yet she pushes forward. Her death sentence doesn't scare her. Failure does. A failed exorcism and a desperate mother. The story begins with a chilling, failed exorcism. A priest tries to save Hee-jun but ends up possessed himself. In this world, if a priest fails, the demon takes them instead. It's a terrifying twist on exorcism lore, and it immediately sets the stakes sky high. Hee-jun's mother, understandably shaken, takes her son to a church-run hospital, but Father Paolo, who runs the place, isn't buying any of it. He believes Hee-jun has dissociative identity disorder, not a demon, and recommends psychiatric treatment. He represents the modern, clinical side of religion, measured, disbelieving, and dangerously dismissive. Enter Sister Michaela, faith torn between science and spirit. Sister Michaela works under Father Paolo, and at first, she seems to agree with him, but we quickly learn that Michaela's hiding something. Like Juniya, she's a spawn, someone born from a womb that was possessed by a demon. It's a horrifying origin, but it grants her supernatural insight. She sees visions, has flashes of the future, and feels spiritual energy others cannot. She doesn't just believe in the demon inside Hee-jun. She knows it's real. When Juniya shows up and asks for her help, Michaela doesn't need much convincing. The two women, both demon spawns, both caught between life and death, team up to try and save the boy. And it's this sisterhood that ultimately defines the emotional arc of the film. What exactly is a demon spawn? Let's break down the concept of a demon spawn, because this is key to understanding Dark Nuns and how it connects to the priests. A spawn is someone born from a possessed womb, which means they carry some kind of demonic imprint. They're not evil, but they aren't entirely human either. Juniya, for example, is hearing impaired, but she can hear spiritual frequencies that no one else can. Michaela sees visions and relies on tarot cards to guide her decisions. And Hee-jun, the boy they're trying to save, he's a spawn too, which might explain why he's such a prime target for possession. The spawn are powerful, yes, but they're also cursed, fated to either become shamans or die young. It's a chilling prophecy that haunts every moment of the film. The shamanic ritual fails, and things get worse. With the church refusing to allow an official exorcism, Juniya takes matters into her own hands. She and Michaela bring Hee-jun to a powerful shaman, also a spawn, in the hopes that an alternative ritual can expel the demon. The ritual is intense, involving sacrificial animals that are meant to act as vessels for the demon. But something goes terribly wrong. The animals die on their own, the shaman is nearly killed, and the water she stands on shatters, symbolizing the breakdown of her spiritual barrier. This demon isn't just strong, it's ancient, vicious, and completely immune to conventional methods. There's no denying it anymore. Only Juniya can save Hee-jun. The tarot reading that changes everything. After the failed ritual, Michaela does a tarot reading for Juniya, a quiet but pivotal moment. The first card she pulls is the Hierophant, symbolizing religious structure and tradition. The second is death, and the third is the Emperor. Michaela interprets this as a sign. Even if the Emperor, authority, dies, someone with spiritual abilities, Juniya, will rise. And finally, she pulls the Lovers, representing unity. Together, these cards are telling them what we've suspected all along, that Juniya and Michaela must blend the old, shamanism, and the new, the church, to succeed, and that together they can save the boy. Who is Gamigin, the demon in question? Eventually, the demon possessing Hee-jun reveals its name, Gamigin. This is a big moment because in Exorcism lore, knowing the demon's name is crucial to defeating it. Gamigin is one of the 12 evil spirits from the priest's universe. He has a horse's head, commands legions of the dead, and is considered a marquis of hell. It takes every ounce of Juniya's willpower and spiritual strength to force the demon to name itself. And when she finally does, the visions start. She finds herself transported to a surreal version of the ocean, where she sees Hee-jun and assures him that he's done well. At the same time, blood trickles down her leg, a deeply symbolic moment. It signals that the demon is going into her womb, a cruel twist for a woman who was declared barren by cancer. The ultimate sacrifice, a woman's womb as hell's cage. This is the part of the film that hits the hardest. After a lifetime of defying expectations, Juniya chooses to trap the demon inside her own womb. The very same womb that's been ravaged by cancer. The one thing she was told could never bring life now becomes the final prison for death itself. It's an exorcism, unlike any we've ever seen before. There's no priest, no holy water, no shouting of Latin, just one woman standing between a child and eternal damnation, offering her broken body as a vessel for hell. And she doesn't survive it. A fiery death, a spiritual rebirth. Once the demon is inside her, Juniya tells Michaela and Adong to take Hee-jun to a church and ring the bell 3 times. This way, she'll know they've succeeded, and she can finally let go. As the building burns down around her, Juniya dies in the fire, taking Gamigin with her. It's a brutal, painful death, but also a triumphant one. She's not just a martyr. She's a symbol of what faith, sacrifice, and sisterhood can achieve when institutions fail. The legacy lives on. Sister Michaela's awakening. In the aftermath, we see Sister Michaela standing by Juniya's grave, but she's not broken. She's transformed. For the first time, she's fully embraced her identity, not as a weak, scared girl, but as a powerful spiritual warrior, the gift her lost sister once gave her. Faith in tarot, in the mystical, in the beyond, finally makes sense. And just when we think it's all over, Deacon Choi from the priests makes a cameo. Michaela gets into his car. When she asks where they're going, he says, "Wherever the 12 evil spirits are." That one line changes everything. The priest's universe is expanding. What's next? Dark Nuns is officially a sequel to The Priests, and based on the ending, it's clear that this is only the beginning. With 12 evil spirits named and only a few confronted so far, it's possible that we'll see more spin-offs and sequels centered around different characters battling each demon. If The Conjuring can build a horror cinematic universe, why not Korea's The Priests? Especially when it's being done with this level of depth, theology, and emotional weight. Juniya may be gone, but her legacy lives on through Michaela, and maybe that's the point. Not just exorcising demons, but passing on the strength to face them. Our nerdy thoughts. Dark Nuns is a horror film, yes, but it's also a story about agency, about women taking power back in a world that tries to silence them, about confronting ancient forces that institutions fear too much to name. It's messy and imperfect, but it's also deeply moving. In the end, It's not holy water or a cross that defeats Gamigin. It's sacrifice, belief, and an unwavering bond between women who refused to give up. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more horror lore deep dives. Let us know in the comments, do you want more films from the priest's universe? And what do you think each of the 12 evil spirits represents?
What the heck, I'll laugh anyway.